What's going on, everybody? General Slapaho here, and excuse my voice. I do have a little cold, but I couldn't not bring you guys some videos today. And today, this is Subscriber Full Game Sunday. Monday? And actually, this game was played Saturday night, and it is being posted on Monday. So, whatever you want to call it, it's a subscriber game. It's the full game, and it is against my boy Summer Days. He's been a friend of mine since Madden 12. We lost touch on Madden 13 because, I just basically stayed away from everybody. I just did my own thing during any free time I had between work and my daughter and stuff. But at the end of 13, we got back. He hit me up, and we got back on the friends list, and we've been talking to each other and everything like that. And he got me in a league, which I will be bringing you guys league games as well. Franchise mode, the connected careers basically, and he wanted to play me. He wanted to get a game in. This is regular head-to-head online game, so it isn't MUT. So you're gonna see regular rosters, and I chose my Cowboys. He chose the Bucks, and it's a pretty good game. You'll just have to watch and see how it goes. And then during this video, I wanted to bring up my predictions for Sunday, since the reason I do nothing Sunday is because it's football. I mean, it's football day. You gotta go and watch your football games. And I did play a little bit of Madden yesterday during some of the games because, me being a Cowboys fan, I was mainly just waiting for that Cowboys-Giants game, and what a game it was. If you didn't watch that game, you missed out on an awesome game. And this is coming from both a Cowboy fan and a football fan. I'm a Cowboy fan, number one, but I'm a close football fan, number two. I just love the game of football. I will watch all the different games. There was some really good games yesterday. The Bears, Bengals, and look at this. Romo breaking it off for a huge option run out the gate. And that's his best run of the game. But he does get a couple more good runs, and you'll have to watch and see. So right away, I'm showing what I like to do. I like to do the option. Romo isn't one of my favorites to do the option with, but he'll do. He gets the job done at times. So, as I was saying, there was some really good games yesterday. The Bears, the Bengals, that was a pretty good game. I mean, yesterday was pretty much every game was a good game. There was only like 2 real blowouts. And even, one really blowout that really just, the Kansas City just killed the Jags. Just killed them. It wasn't even a close game. The closest it was 0-0. I mean, it was a blowout. But pretty much, other than that, every game was within a score. There was, who was it? Tennessee and Steelers. Tennessee pretty much did everything right in that game, and Pittsburgh just with no running game, it showed. I mean, they had the one safety to go up 2-0, and that was pretty much it. I mean, that from then on, it was all Tennessee. And Steelers did try to make a comeback at the end in the fourth quarter, but it ended the game 16-9, so it looked closer than it really was. But pretty much other than that, all the rest of the games, and as Murray scores in my game right here, I go up a quick 7-0. Pretty much other than that, all the other games were pretty much within a score, whatever way. Going back and forth, a score could have made one team win over the other team, but pretty much it was pretty much good games throughout the big day yesterday. So on that note, let's do some of my predictions. I'm just gonna go down the list of the games when they were played or whatever. First game, and it was my upset game, my biggest upset game, and it was the Buffalo and New England game, and I almost called that right, only because Brady and Amendola just took over the last 2 minutes of the game to make sure that the Patriots took the win. But I was this close of calling that upset. So the final score was Buffalo 21 and New England 23. I did predict that Buffalo was going to win by 3 to 7 points. So they lost by 2. So it was almost an upset. Then the next game, it was Seattle and Carolina. And I had called a blowout game. Well, it was not a blowout game. And Carolina actually looked pretty good at the beginning. They went up 7-0. It looked like, they were going to have their defense was doing well. But Seattle did pull it out, and they won 12 to 7. Now, I got the team right. I got the win right. I just got the points wrong. I thought Seattle was going to blow them out by 21 or more points. At least 3 scores. Well, it was nothing like that. They only won by 5. But I do get the win. I did predict that Seattle would win. So I got that one right. Chicago and the Bengals. What a game that was. I mean, it was going back and forth. Defensive stop here, defensive stop there. Fumble here, interception here. It was just back and forth, and Chicago needed that big third down. I mean, it wasn't even third down. It was fourth down play. If they get it, they pretty much can run out the clock, make Bengals use their timeouts, whatever. And Forte broke it for a huge run to basically seal the deal for them to win. So Chicago won 24 to 21. Now I predicted it was going to be Chicago by 3 to 7 points, and they did. They won by 3. So I got that right on both the team and the points. So that's a right for me. The next game, it was Miami and Cleveland. And I was actually just Whedon. I think Whedon wanted to play for Miami because Whedon was doing everything for Miami. Throwing interceptions for interceptions for interceptions. I mean, Whedon pretty much wanted to be on Miami. So I completely got that one wrong. I thought Cleveland was going to win by 10 or more points. And they lost by 13 points. So if I would have went with Miami 10 plus points, I would have got it right in both categories. But I got it wrong, totally wrong. I was thinking Miami, but I thought Cleveland, I thought Trent Richardson, was going to go all off on them. I thought Miami wouldn't have any real running game. I thought, right there in my game, what a blitz. Got the sack with Bruce Carter. And I know I haven't been really talking much about the game itself right here, but he's been driving against me, and it looks like he's about to score. Even if he gets 3 points, he's in field goal range, it looks like he's going to score. But I'm hoping I can just pull off a stop. And right there, I'm just a tad late, and he gets the catch. But he's just short of the first. Alright, so back to what I was saying. I got that wrong, Miami. 23-10, Cleveland. So I got that one wrong, totally wrong. Now, I'm just going to talk about the gameplay real quick. Right here, QB sneak, and I smack the shit out of him, but he still gets the first down. I don't think he got the first down. That did not look like the first down. It did not look like the ball crossed the line, but it is what it is. He got the first down. Let him have it. So right here, I'm trying to get my goal line defense going. He hands it off. Well, he did the option. He faked the handoff, and it looked like he was trying to do the triple option, but he could not get the ball out of his hands to his running back. So, my goal line defense, my red zone defense, I'm pretty happy about it. I do pretty well with my red zone defense, my goal line defense, but there are some guys that just have those money plays that it works no matter what. So right here, I'm thinking he's doing a short pass. He's gonna do a quick pass, but he holds the ball, and right there he throws it to my safety, Church. Church gets the pick. I was thinking he was gonna do a quick pass, instead he held it, but luckily my defense pulled it out. So with a 7-0 lead, I get the ball back at the 20. It's looking good for me. Not looking very good for my boy Summer. So right here, was going to do the option again, but he was watching for Romo to have it, so I gave it to Murray, and Murray runs for 10 yards and the first down. So as you guys finish watching this gameplay, I'm going to finish what I was talking about. We're going to move on to the next game, which was between Indy, the next game is actually Detroit and the Vikings. And what a game that was. It was a close game throughout the whole game. Detroit did pull out the win 34-24, and I had predicted that Detroit was going to win by 10 or more points. And what happened? They won by 10 points. So I got both categories right. But Peterson, what a game. He didn't really have a lot of rushing yards. His biggest rushing yards came from the first play of the game. A 72-74 yard run for a touchdown. He looked amazing. But he only ended up with 93 rushing yards with 2 TDs and 18 receiving yards for that 1 TD. He had a good game, but it wasn't that great. If you take away that 70-yard run, he only had about 15 more yards to 20 more yards on the ground with that 1 touchdown and 18 receiving yards. That's a horrible game if you take away that 70-yard run. But because of that 70-yard run, he looked amazing. On that run, he had a decent game. But they could not beat the Detroit Lions. The Lions won. And Calvin Johnson, he was a no-show. He had like 34 receiving yards, and that's it. No touchdowns, no nothing. Detroit did it without Megatron. And the Vikings pretty much did their game without, not really without AP. They did a lot of the driving without AP. Their defense did it without AP. But AP pretty much scored all 3 of their touchdowns. So, I mean, you can't really say without AP, but they did pretty much the game without AP. And look at this. Romo breaking it again for a big run on the option. And I tried to get it so that he would try to break a tackle at the end and score the touchdown, but just landed just short. So it's not looking good for my boy Summer. But you never know what might happen here on the goal line. That's not a guaranteed score. So I toss it out to Murray, and Murray guarantees the score, and he scores the touchdown. So I go up 14-0 in this gameplay. But Summer, even in the past, I always go up on him, and he always makes a comeback. So I cannot count him out of this game quite yet. Summer days, he's known for those comebacks. He's a second half player, or player. He makes his scoring come in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. So I cannot count this guy out. And look at this. 2-minute warning. This is that little glitch of Madden 25 that if you do the kickoff just before the 2-minute warning, the person that kicks off, which is in my case the Cowboys, thinks that they're getting the ball. So Romo, Murray, Witten, they're all on the field like, let's huddle, let's huddle. Oh shit, we're not on offense. Oh, my bad. Let's get off the field. Get up, my bad, idiots. All right, so 2 minutes. This is the 2-minute drill for him to be able to score before halftime. And what a hit right there, but he holds on to the ball. So as you guys are watching this 2-minute drill, let's move on to the next game, which is now Indy and Oakland. And it was a good game. And Pryor on the floor, on the run, had a good game, 100+ yards. He had a couple nice throws for touchdowns. Pryor is actually looking pretty decent. I will be surprised by the end of, maybe even mid-season, he might be boosted up in overall and boosted up stats on Madden 25. And he's already pretty beastly because of his speed. If they boost up his throwing and boost up some of his other stats and make him a higher overall, and these updated throughout the season updated rosters, he is going to be beast, and a lot of people are going to be wanting to use Oakland because of McFadden and Pryor, and they have speed wide receivers, Jacoby Ford, Denarius Moore. So Oakland's going to look pretty damn good through Madden 25. They're already a glitch team. Pretty much every year they have the speed, and Madden 25 is all about speed. Or Madden is all about speed. They will be beastly if they boost up Pryor's stats on Madden 25, especially by mid-season. If he has games like against Indy throughout the season, be prepared to have a lot of people using Oakland, and be prepared for Pryor being more beast than he is now. So, real quick, well, let me finish my point before I get to the gameplay, because I think I have a play or two before it happens. Indy did pull out the win, though, 21-17. I got the team right, but I got the wrong stats, the wrong points. I predicted Indy by 14+. They only won by 4 because of Oakland showing some heart, showing they are going to try to be competitors. So, but I did get the game right, so that is a right win. So, now, going to the gameplay. He is trying to beat me on the ground because I am not that great on running defense. But I am holding him, and right here is a huge goal line. Either he's going to score, he'll be down by 7 going into halftime with me getting the ball, I believe, or is he getting the ball? Actually, he gets the ball, so he can make it, swing it around right here. He can make it so that he's down by 7 and gets the ball back, and he can tie up the game in the second half. I am hoping to hold him, even if it's just to a field goal, because I would rather be up by 11 than 7. So let's see what happens. He scores the touchdown, of course. I was trying to just get an interception, and I left the middle field open, and that was really where I was supposed to be watching. So it's 14-7, but he left me some time to be able to do something. So can I do something? Can I score before halftime to make sure I go up double digits? Because, like I said, he is a second half player. I need to make sure I'm up by double points, double digits. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to stay with the gameplay for a minute until until something happens. Then I'm gonna move on with the next game, which is Kansas City and Jacksonville. So right there, nice throw up the middle. Call the timeout. Got 2 more timeouts. I got a great offensive team. I got the weapons. I got Bryant. I got Austin. I got the rookie Williams. I got Witten. I got Murray. And as long as Romo throws dots, I got Romo. He's a good quarterback. I am one of the Cowboy fans that, Romo is a great quarterback. He's not clutch. That's the problem. And right there, talking about clutch, let's get the first down. And I forgot the other weapon, Harris. But I did not. I should have caught it and went down, so I could have called a timeout. Instead, I thought, well, maybe I can go by his guys and score a touchdown. Didn't happen. Didn't have time to call the timeout, so that was a mental mistake. So he is only down by 7. So this could be a momentum swing. He scored before halftime. If he scores here, he can make it so that he can be up, or he can tie it up, and then I have to have the pressure of making sure I score. So while you watch him do these next couple plays, I'm going to move on to Kansas City and Jacksonville because there's not really much to talk about. Kansas City looked beastly. Jacksonville looked horrible. And Kansas City won 28-2, which I said Kansas City, but I said only 3-7. I did not expect that Jacksonville was going to play it that bad and Kansas City was going to play it that good. I thought it was going to be a closer game, but it wasn't. So I was right on who won, but I was wrong on the point spread. So I still get the win, though. I mean, I chose Kansas City. I knew they were going to win. There was no doubt about that they were going to win. I just thought it was going to be a closer game. So, real quick, let's go to this gameplay because I think it's coming up here soon. He tries to throw it in the middle, and Lee was hiding behind the defenders, and he gets the interception. So Lee, one of the best linebackers, gets the touchdown. And right here, he pauses the game because he wants to send me a text, and he sends me, "What the fuck was I thinking?" So I kind of was waiting for him because I wasn't going to just rush him. I was going to wait till he was ready. This is a subscriber. This is my buddy. I'm not going to, if this was a regular game, I would have just said fuck it and, just hurried up the pause. So let's move on to the next game. And that was between New Orleans, however you want to say it, and Atlanta. And I had predicted that New Orleans was going to win by 14 plus points because I was thinking with Peyton coming back, after being suspended, from last year because of the bounty deal in 2011. I was like, they're going to have the momentum. They're going to be happy that they have their coach back. Peyton, yes, an ex-Cowboy, so I'm a little biased, but he is a great coach. And then Rob Ryan being a defensive coach there, I liked Rob Ryan last year. I liked that he was our defensive coach. But since last night's game, I am a Kiffin fan now. I'm glad we got rid of Rob Ryan. Good luck in New Orleans. But Kiffin, I see a huge defensive difference with these Cowboys. And honestly, they are the reason why we won the game last night. That and the mental mistakes that the Giants made. But that's what happens. That's why Cowboys always lose. It's not that they're a bad team, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Cowboys fan. They just make mental mistakes. They make mistakes that makes the other team look good. So it was nice to see the difference. It was nice to see the Giants make the mistakes, and the Cowboys defense usually do not uh, capitalize on those mistakes. But last night they did. What a game for the Cowboys defense. And I'm glad that our defense is doing well because hopefully our offense will pick it up after to last night's horrible showing. Our offense was bad. That is not the Cowboys offense that we like to see. You know, they were bad, but we pulled out the win. That's all that matters. They capitalized when they needed to. But I'm getting off topic. Back to the Saints and the Falcons game. I knew New Orleans was going to win, but I thought they were going to win by double digits. I thought they were going to win by 14 plus points. They didn't. It actually came down to the very last play of the, well, it wasn't the very last play of the game, but it was the very last play of the Falcons offense. They were at like the 3-yard line. They needed to score a touchdown. And what do? Third down, they throw it to Steven Jackson. He can't get it. And right there on my gameplay, what a pass to Austin on the outside for keep both feet in and get the first down. Romo, 7 passes in a row. Thank you, Romo, for having a good game and having better stats in Madden 25, being able to be a little bit more clutch, throwing those nice spirals, throwing the dots. So again, going off topic, it came down to the last few plays. The Falcons, Steven Jackson can't get the catch on 3rd down in the end zone. So 4th down, Ryan was looking, can't find Julio, can't find can't find Roddy White. Then his third option, Tony Gonzalez. He's usually pretty damn good in those goal line catches. But Ryan had to try to squeeze it into all those defenders. And it just got tipped, and just could not catch it. So the Saints pull out the win, 23-17. And lately, that's how these Falcons and Saints games has been going the last few years. It came down to, again, a 1-score game. It came down to just a last play of the 4th quarter. That if they get it, they win. If they don't, they lose. And that's pretty much what happened again. And in my gameplay, I couldn't find nobody. I threw it to my, tight end, Witten, the safety blanket of Romo, and I couldn't do nothing with him. I got the catch, tried to turn around and got hit, couldn't do nothing. So I take my points. So it's 17-7. So, as you guys are finishing watching my gameplay, let's move on to the next game, which is the Jets and Tampa. Revis versus his old team. And I thought the Bucks was going to win, only 3-7 points, but it ended up that the Jets pulled out a win. 18-17, and I really did not really watch much of this game. I didn't really pay attention too much to this game, so I don't know exactly how they pulled out the win, but they did. 18-17. I actually, when I was looking at those final scores, was surprised to see this win. But the Jets pulled it out. Geno Smith, I guess, had a really good game. He got his first couple touchdowns as a NFL player. So good for the Jets. Hopefully Geno Smith will turn it around. Get rid of the butt fumble Sanchez and bring in this rookie Geno Smith, and hopefully they can do something. I mean, good for them. My family is from New York. It's funny because half my family loves the Jets, half my family loves the Giants. And it's just funny because I was born in Dallas, so I'm a Cowboys fan. So half my family loves the Giants, and I love the Cowboys. So those Cowboy-Giant games, it's a family feud, and it's mainly me versus the rest of the family. So, my family was born in New York. I was born in Dallas. So what can I say? So, the Jets did pull out the win. Good for them. I do have because of my family being from New York, part of me does like the Jets and the Giants. But of course, being a Cowboy fan, number one, I hate the Giants as a Cowboy fan. But, when they're not playing the Cowboys, do I kind of root for them? Eh. Yeah, I can't lie and say yes. I mean, I can't not go against where my family comes from. My whole family is from New York. They were born and raised there. Just my mom, she at 16 years old left New York for Texas, and that's where I was conceived and born. So, I mean, if my mom would have stayed in New York, I probably would have been born in New York. I probably would have been a New York fan. The only reason I'm a Cowboy fan is because I was born in '86. When I started learning about football, in '91. Come on, do I have to say any more about the Cowboys? Knowing I was born in Dallas, watching the Cowboys play, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Jason Garrett, the Moose, Daryl Johnson. That was my team. And I'm not a flip-flopper. I stayed with that team. I knew I was born in Dallas. I loved the Cowboys. They were winning Super Bowls. Why change my favorite team? I'm not going to change who I am. That's my team till I die. And even after I die, I'm going to be fucking rooting for them forever. So, it is what it is. I'm getting off topic again. But, let's go to the next game. Pretty much, let's just go to the next game, which was Tennessee. Oh, and I got that wrong. Jets, wrong. I thought Bucks were going to win. So, Tennessee and the Steelers look horrible. Their running game is just shot. They have nothing. I mean, this Pittsburgh might be the biggest flop of the season. They might only get lucky and win 2 to 3 games. I mean, that's how bad they look. I mean, yeah, Tennessee is a decent team, but they're not that great. Pittsburgh should have won. Tennessee has those linebackers, and that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, Johnson as their running back, but he hasn't had that big of a season for a while now. So, anyways, Pittsburgh lost. I expected that they were going to win. And right there, gameplay. Interception. And can he take it to the end zone? No, he's not going to. He's going to get caught. So it's 17-7, and it's not looking good for my boy Summer Days. Fourth quarter, I get the pick, and I'm at least going to get 3 here. Hopefully I can get 7, because if I only get 3, he can still come back with 2 touchdowns. So, finish watching this of what's going to happen. Right there. I throw a pick! I try to catch that out route in the end zone, and I throw a pick. So, I'm not going to get 3, I'm not going to get 7, I'm just giving back the ball. So now, finish the gameplay of watching. Well, I go to the next game because Tennessee won. I got that one wrong in every category possible. So, San Francisco and Green Bay. And I did go for Green Bay, and I thought it was going to be a close game. I knew it was going to be a close game, and it was a close game. And I didn't finish watching this game. I watched about till halftime, and it looked a pretty decent game. It looked like it was going to go back and forth. Both teams were looking good on both sides of the field. It was just good play after good play after good defense after good defense after good offense after good offense. They were just going back and forth, back and forth. So, the reason I only watched to halftime was because I had a league game, and I was trying to get the league game out of the way before the Cowboys game started. So I didn't really mind, I was just going to find out what happened afterwards. But I didn't really find out what happened. I heard there was some controversy at the end of the game, and I guess it's, the Packers should have won the game. I don't know. I didn't really look into it, and I just woke up this morning and went straight to doing this video, so I'll look into it more. I'm sure you guys know what happened, but I guess something with like the Packers was down at the end, and they could have won with, I don't know. But they lost. That's all I know is the San Francisco won 34-28, and I had Green Bay by 3-7, I believe. So I was wrong on that one. On to the next game, St. Louis and Arizona. And I chose St. Louis, but I thought they were going to win by 10 plus points. Well, it was like a closer game. Palmer had a pretty good game. He did have a fumble. He did have an interception. But he had a pretty decent throwing game. And, I mean, Palmer might turn it around for Arizona. You know, Palmer, he's had his up games. He's had his good years. He's had his down years. So this year might be a good year. You know, yeah, they lost, but yeah, I guess they look pretty decent. So, I did get the team right, but I got the point spread wrong, but we're going to give that a win. St. Louis won by 3. Now, on to the big game. Cowboys-Giants. And I had a good get-together last night to watch it on my big screen, HD TV. Family was here. They were rooting for the Giants. I was rooting for the Cowboys. And it came down to the end. I mean, that interception by Carr for the touchdown, I thought sealed the deal. There was no way the Giants were going to have a comeback. You know, they needed a miracle, and they really did. But they scored. And they scored with like 11 seconds left on the game clock. And they were only down by 5. And it came down to the onside kick. And that onside kick scared the shit out of me. Witten, usually get out of Witten's way, block all the other guys. Witten's going to get up there and get the ball. But his own Cowboy guy ran into him, and I didn't see who it was. I was just so upset that Witten didn't get it. The ball's on the ground, and our boy, Sean Lee, what a fucking guy. I'm glad he's not injured. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because I think the Cowboys could have won more games last year if Lee was playing. We could have been in the playoffs. If Lee stays healthy, that motherfucker, you know, I love him as our middle linebacker. He is a great captain. He is a great player. If he can stay healthy, we're going to do well in this year, in this year's season. Lee, being who he is, paying attention, having where he can see the ball, saw the ball laying on the ground and went for it and saved the game for the Cowboys. So Sean Lee wins it for the Cowboys. The Cowboys win 36-31. And I had that right. I thought they were going to win 3-7 points. They won by 5. So right smack dab in that point spread. And I already told you guys how good that defense has played for us. So I have a 9-5 record right now. I have 9 wins and 5 losses. Not bad. For week 1, it's unpredictable. I mean, you can never predict week 1. I mean, yeah, there are people that get lucky that go for upsets like I was trying to do. I was trying to go for upsets. If I would have got those 2 upsets, I would have been 11-3. You know, it is what it is. So, on that note about talking about the defense for the Cowboys playing well, and talking about onside kicks, look what the gameplay had to do. You know, the gameplay came down to an onside kick, but I did get the onside kick, and there's still plenty of time on the clock. But I'm just thinking I need to run down the clock, make him use his timeouts. So, talking about, you know, the defense doing so well, let's talk about fantasy football as you guys finish up this video. Peyton Manning, of course, he had the biggest, you could say, weekend, but they played on Thursday. You know, with the 462 passing yards and 7 touchdowns on NFL.com, and this, of course, every league you can change up how point systems work, but I can only tell you guys what happened on my fantasy football. You know, I play on both NFL and ESPN. Peyton Manning had 46 points on the NFL.com. And 64 on ESPN. It was crazy. And then his boy, Demaryius Thomas. He had 28 points on NFL and ESPN. And he had 161 receiving yards in those 2 touchdowns. And that one huge, little short screen pass that he had, and he ran it for 70 plus yards, whatever it was, he just had a great game. So those 2 guys had really good fantasy player points system. And right here, Witten over the top for the touchdown, trying to seal the deal. I saw he brought down, help for the run, so I just went over the top to Witten, and it is a 24-14 score now. So, back to what I was saying. So, moving on to Kaepernick and Bolden. Kaepernick, you think of him mainly for his rushing. He does those option plays. He runs the ball. But he had a fucking awesome game through the air. 412 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 22 rushing yards. He had 30 points on NFL.com and 40 on ESPN. And his boy Bolden, I thought the Ravens were stupid letting him go, trading him to the Niners pretty much for nothing. I don't remember what the exact deal was, but I think it was like a 3rd round and 5th round pick or some shit like that. I mean, pretty much for nothing. Bolden had a crazy night or day. 26 points on NFL, 26 points on ESPN. He had 208 receiving yards. 208 out of the 412 that Kaepernick threw. 208, that's half, went to Bolden. And Bolden had 1 touchdown. Crazy. It was just crazy. So, let's go to Eli and Cruz. Another QB to wide receiver deal. Eli Manning, even though he had those 3 bad interceptions, that, really, maybe one of them wasn't his fault. The other 2 pretty much were. Trying to get the screenplay. Ware was paying attention and was standing right there, and Eli didn't see him and threw it right to him. The other one, Eli overthrew it, and Will Allen got it. And then the other one, the last one, the biggest one, was when what's his name? Scott. He didn't turn around fast enough. It hit off his hands, went up in the air, and Carr got it off the rebound and got the touchdown to pretty much seal the deal for the Cowboys winning that game last night. But anyway, back to what I was saying. He still had 450 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. He even had that little scramble for 8 rushing yards. And out of those 450 yards, 118 went to Cruz. And Eli, he had 28 points on NFL.com, 40 on ESPN. And Cruz, he had 29 points on both NFL and ESPN, with 118 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Out of those 4 Eli had, 3 of them went to Cruz. The other one went to, is it Moore? I'm having a blank right now. From, no, not Moore. The tight end that came over from Oakland Raiders. Can't think of his name right now, and the video's coming to an end here soon, so I just want to finish what I'm saying before. So who cares who he was? Anyway, so great games for them too. And then AP, like I said before, he didn't have the greatest game after that 70-yard rushing touchdown, but he still had 2 more touchdowns, a receiving one and a rushing one. So he had 29 points in NFL.com and 28 on ESPN. Now, right there, got the interception on the gameplay, but just his feet couldn't come down. But Carr stopping, any kind of momentum that, Summer Days can have. And Summer Days is coming down to the wire. He needs to score if he's going to have a chance to win this game. So, back to what I was saying. AP, 29-28. Another running back, Reggie Bush. What a game he had. He had 90 rushing yards, 101 receiving yards for the one touchdown and one touchdown. So he had 25 points on ESPN, 25 on NFL. What a game, what a game. And right there on my gameplay, what a catch for a first down. He got the first down. Man, I had two guys there and he got the catch for the first down. So that's pretty much it. You know, there are some more notables on the, fantasy football. You know, we could talk about a few guys. You know, Bahrain, he had a lot of receiving yards, a lot of rushing yards. But, you know, one of the biggest busts, and a lot of people had him as a starter, David Wilson of the Giants. What a bust. 19 rushing yards and 2 fumbles. One of the fumbles going for a touchdown for the Cowboys. Negative points for fantasy players. You know, -2 on NFL, and I think still another -2 on ESPN. I'm not 100% sure on that. But, you know, just horrible, you know, for him. AJ Green, 162 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. He had 28 points on both the ESPN and on NFL. And Myers, you know, it just hit me. Myers is the guy, not Moore. Myers from the Oakland Raiders, the tight end that went to the Giants. That was who got the other touchdown from Eli. So, I mean, how, you know, basically, while you guys are finishing up this video, how did you guys do? How did you guys do on both? Picking your guys' winnings? Because I know a lot of us, we usually, me from Vegas, of course, I put in bets. And I didn't win this week, but, you know, it is what it is. But how did you guys do? Who did you guys think was going to win? Did you guys have any upset picks? Did you guys, you know, have, who did you guys think was going to win and who won? You know, and right here's sealing the deal for my win, 24-14. Summer Days did try to make a comeback. He had a great game, just couldn't pull it out. So I do win the game. That is our subscriber Sunday, full game Sunday game, but technically it's Monday, but technically we played it Saturday night. So whatever you want to call it, that's the game. And right here, just for shits and giggles, I was going to try to do my own kind of Hail Mary. I was trying to do my own little short pass Hail Mary, but didn't work. So that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what I was talking about yesterday's games. Like I said, let me know, who did you guys think was going to win? Did you guys get a lot of right? Did you get a lot wrong? Who, you know, if you guys do fantasy football, you know, who was your guys' high scores? On my NFL.com, I had Romo, I had Bryant, I had Witten, I had Murray, I had the Dallas defense, and I won my game. Unless there's a miracle, Andre Johnson, you know, tonight does a huge game, I have that game won. So hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys did. Let me know what's up. So until next time, it's General Slapaho saying, remember, it's just a game. Have fun, and I'm out. Peace.